Welcome everybody to Poke Battle Network. I am Sosaflo and this is the PokeNews. This weekend was amazing. 3 top tier regional championship tournaments happening around the world. You had EU representing out there in Stuttgart. You had Toronto with 117 battlers showing out their top-notch skills. And then introducing the Oceanic side, Brisbane kicked us off and we saw Australia's battlers come out to play. Thank you to our wonderful insider, as we are going to be able to give you some of that insight. Find out who that is as we're going to get into the Poke News and dive into these championship battles now. Things off with EU all the way out in Stuttgart, rocking a wonderful 87 battler tournament. This 2-day competition was lit with wonderful lines, and when I say wonderful lines, I mean brand new meta shifts that we have not yet seen on the main stage, and it did not disappoint. As you see these top 8 battlers here bringing out amazing competition and highlights. We will get into the meta soon as we watch PokeSquark, who had to battle inadequates in the losers finals to come back and challenge the undefeated ME Weedle. And it is down to the wire here as ME Weedle and Squark, as you see, fought at the beginning of the day. So this is the revenge match. Can PokeSquark reset the lineup and go again and win it, or will ME Weedle shut that run down? Let's tune in now to our finalists.
And it is almost in Shadow Ball range for sure, and the Trevenant is almost at the Shadow Ball. So if we can get it low enough, see, like we said, now Altaria has to throw this Sky Attack. It is not at another one yet. Can the Trevenant reach the Shadow Ball beforehand? This will be the big question. How much energy does ME Weedle have on it?
Maybe a seed
He's
bomb
clicking
is enough as well.
Desperately, both of them are tapping as quickly as they can, but the Shadow Ball
is reached by...
And you see it, ME Weedle keeps his title as the winner, and I think this is going to be it.
Wow, the Shadow Ball comes through and Altaria is not wanting to take this. It falls down and ME Weedle wins the title of Pokemon Go Regional Champion in Stuttgart.
Goodness. And you have to see that.
For you. So, for example, did you expect to win this tournament when you registered your team?
Definitely not. I mean, the meta changed very suddenly for everybody, obviously. So it was really... just put together a team of Pokemon that looked good in the new meta, and it worked out for me. So I'm.
Of course it is. And do you have one advice, for example, for the PvP community now?
Araquanid good. Sadly not in this current meta, but no, just try your best. If you lose, then tough luck, but try better next time, and hopefully anybody watching this can also win a tournament that they want to win anytime soon.
What an amazing win by ME Weedle. Pure dominance. One of the few champions that did not lose a single matchup from day 1 to day 2. Rocking that Mantine. Oh my goodness. The new Mantine here with that wing attack boost is now in play, and ME Weedle played it beautifully. But look out, because PokeSquark brought in that Mew. What a beautiful sight. Rocking that Wild Charge and Surf, getting him all the way to the finals and helping him punch a ticket into Yokohama. This is not the first mythical that has helped somebody get to the championship. So maybe we start seeing more rise of mythicals here, but as we continue to watch Stuttgart, it was an amazing thing to see all of these team lineups, as we are going to talk about this, because these top 8 battlers here brought in Medicham, Galarian Stunfisk, and Noctowl. As you see, both battlers here have it on their all 3 Pokemon on their line. That is the main core 3 for anybody, but EU rocking that Registeel bring up. This was huge. We haven't seen Registeel in a minute. The shakeup happened this Thursday, so it was interesting to see Registeel come back, but we didn't even see any Lantern in LAIC, and Lantern popped up here in EU. So a wonderful display of region power and what these battlers out here in the EU work with. Registeel so dominant this weekend on both battlers teams as well. So they had basically 4 same Pokemon and then a special flyer and a Shadow Claw user. Beautiful. To Rollcar TV for a wonderful production, as the last few AU championship battles have just been so amazing to watch. These events are so hyped and the production is wonderful, so thank you for doing that. And to the TOs who took their weekend off to help organize such a wonderful fun tournament for these 87 battlers, thank you as well. We truly appreciate that. The next tournament we will be talking about will be Toronto, as this was NA Regionals. Big battle out there. 117 battlers came out to participate in this, and it did not disappoint, as we saw battlers bringing out new meta lineups that were not the same as the EU meta lineups. I don't know if anybody else watched, but watching that was spectacular. We'll get into that again later. But watching these battlers come out, as you see 4 champions coming out as well, coming to say hi in this tournament. You got Buckeye Fitzy, Bird Power 13, Hot Pocket, and Miss and Hoff. So love that they are doing this and coming out and participating, as well as it is only Hot Pocket who will emerge into the top 8 here, but it's in the losers bracket. Hot Pocket swept his bracket, but coming from the losers bracket now, can he do it? Won't be able to, as we are going to watch the grand finals of Brown Baller 10 versus Magic Mason now. And we're going to listen to Caleb Peng and 2O Butters give us this wonderful breakdown.
Brown Baller is positioned with his Umbreon, the MVP of the tournament, to try to close this battle. He not only has to take out the Galarian Stunfisk, but the Trevenant as well. I mean, the Trevenant will get knocked out by 1 foul play. Can you knock out the Galarian Stunfisk with 2? I'm not sure if 2 foul plays is enough.
I don't think so. And here's the thing, the Trevenant still has energy, even though it's not a great matchup for Trevenant. If you land an Earthquake here, that Trevenant could potentially take out the Umbreon. And here comes another Snarl here. No, is going to tank the Earthquake here too. Maybe Brown Baller's play is you need to charge with the 2 foul plays. Throw 1 at the Galarian Stunfisk, throw 1 at the Trevenant to close it out.
Yeah, and here comes the foul play. No, not yet. Trying to get the 2. And the thing is, does that Trevenant have a Seed Bomb? If the Trevenant has a Seed Bomb, I'm not even sure if this foul play is going to knock out. This is not going to knock out the Galarian Stunfisk. And no swap, but it's a Rock Slide! And Magic Mason is going to become your Toronto Grand Champion!
What impressive set from Magic Mason there, coming back from a tough first set and closing it out against Brown Baller, the only person that was able to take him out of a set here too. Incredible play.
Incredible performance. Describe how you're feeling right now.
I'm just blown away. I mean, from seeing the initial bracket, seeing that I had to go up against Hoff into Pocket, I thought I could be out after my first 2 matches for all I knew. Every battle was so competitive, and every battler here today, or this weekend, is just so great. I really just had to focus in and maintain my composure, focus on my counting and good plays. I try to really just adjust to what Brown Baller was doing and try to make some better reads, and thankfully I was able to get some more leads in that second set. Well, generally I try to have 2 solid answers for most of the meta and even anything of the off meta. It was funny, I had 2 water types with Lantern and Swampert initially, and 5 minutes before that I swapped out, but 5 minutes before the lock-in time, I swapped out Medi for Swampert. Honestly, I'm gonna give one shout out to Brown Baller for driving me here. We rode in together, and honestly maybe gave me a little inspiration for the team. And then shout out to all my family and friends. My sister reached out to me prior to the thing, and she told me that our mom was watching over me. So to be able to go out there and get it for her, and then also my grandma, I have everybody up there supporting me, and I'm just glad I was able to do this for them.
An incredible job by Magic Mason beating his buddy Brown Baller 10. And if you heard that speech, he had some angels over his shoulder looking out for him, and he was just dedicated there to be there and be in the tournament and have fun. And as you could tell, he last minute changes because of his buddy, and it worked out in his favor. I'd put up Brown Baller's team, but it literally is the same team. Noctowl, Umbreon, Medicham, Lantern, Trevenant, and G-Fisk. Again, Noctowl, Medicham, and Stunfisk on 2 top-tier finalist teams. That lineup is being proven to be shown as dominant as it can be in all terms of meta. So just knowing this new meta source, this is interesting. Umbreon shining in this finals. Absolutely shining in this finals. I think Charm lost 1 point and Umbreon's like, I'm here to play. So Umbreon did a great job here. These teams were definitely tanky meta. Magic Mason going through the Ring of Fire before he even has to go to Yokohama. Had to battle Anhoff and other top tier battlers. Like, oh my goodness. What an incredible battler. What a great show of performance here as he is going to make this statement saying, I'm here, I'm ready for Yokohama, I'm ready for any world finalist you throw at me, and he takes the W here in Toronto. Great job to Brown Baller for driving him up there. Really appreciate you doing that. You did a great, wonderful thing right there, giving your man here some great pointer tips. Beautiful job there. No, but seriously, to hear a story like that with you have 2 battlers that are just friends, they're rivals, they compete with each other. That is what battling was about, and this story right here is a great, wonderful friendship. This is a wonderful car ride back that they took, and they're still smiling about the battle that they just had. A very fierce competition. Remember, 117 battlers, 2 days. And these guys end up still driving home with nothing but smiles as they are probably going to be flying buddies heading to Yokohama as well as Brown Baller punches his ticket in. Want to give a huge shout out to the broadcast from Pokemon as this was a wonderful live 2-day streamed event, and it was just wonderful to see 2-0 Butters, Caleb Pang, Nick Sung, and Speediest Chief giving us our wonderful Toronto fights. The tournament was so fire. Oh my god, there was so many lineups, there was so many Pokemon. It was so incredible to see this new meta shift like this. We're gonna go look at the meta right now. We have a bigger graphic here for this Toronto meta thanks to Green Beef. And RK9 again bringing us both the EU graphic and this graphic. Wonderful job, really appreciate it. And as you can see, Noctowl, Medicham, and Stunfisk reign terror here. As you can see, the meta shifts and plays how it wants to. Registeel was right behind the Noctowl and Medicham, but not as not like EU where it just wasn't, it was there, but Registeel wasn't here. Like, only 34 people brought it, right? It's a slow count, like a quarter of the tournament brought it. Not so prominent. But as we saw in EU, super prominent. Toronto. Thank you again to the TOs for putting on an amazing tournament. 2 days. We love you and love everything about you. Thank you so much for taking that time off. And now we're going to go into Brisbane, Australia, and we have a special guest who's going to break down and give us all the tournament, our good friend PvP Steve, who was there. There was no live stream, but we had our inside guy. We had our reporter Steve give us the lowdown on what happened in Australia.
G'day battlers, it's PvP Steve, just here to give some insights into the Brisbane Regionals that was just held this weekend gone. Now this was the first tournament in the world to use the brand new Go Battle League move update, so it was definitely going to be a big one, seeing what people are going to be using in this new meta. Was Noctowl going to, as expected, keep its crown, be the king of the new Great League meta? Were we going to see people move from Galarian Sunfisk to Registeel? Was Pelipper going to be good? These are all questions that were going to be answered in this first tournament in the world. Now, this was definitely a pretty stacked tournament. 31 battlers, mostly from Australia, but a few Asia representatives as well. This included the number 1, number 2, and number 3 from the Melbourne Regionals earlier this year, that being Rick Flareon, Valiant Vish, and Gone 1001, all coming in to get those world invitations and show the world that they are champions. Now, it was definitely a pretty hard tournament for Rick Flareon and Gone 1001, going down pretty early in the winners bracket, with Gone 1001 then going ahead to defeat 5 additional opponents in the losers bracket to land himself a spot in the final 4. In the winners bracket though, potentially the sort of earlier thing that I should have mentioned first, we saw some definitely sweaty battles, with Valiant Vish proving that he is one of the best in the country, landing himself straight into the winners finals for the second tournament in a row. This time going ahead against Beats a Boy for the win, who flew in from Malaysia for this tournament. Definitely some really good battles, but Valiant Vish able to take it out and secure himself a world's invitation straight away. Only 1 battle away, potentially 2 if the bracket was reset, from being the Brisbane Regional Champion. We then saw Fishy Legs 2 fight his way through the losers bracket as well to meet Gone 1001 in the losers semi-finals, where Fishy Legs was actually able to take it out. Very different teams between Fishy Legs and Gone, but Fishy able to take it out and go ahead to take on Beats Boy for the win in the losers finals. Fishy Legs showing the Australian dominance, able to push through Beats Boy for the wins team and meet Valiant Vish in the grand finals. This was definitely a pretty intense battle. We had the Australians all crowded around in apparently classic Australian tournament fashion, where they traded battles back and forth, 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2 in this best of 5 set. But finally, in battle number 5, Valiant Vish was just able to hard counter poor Fishy Legs 2, Registeel landing right onto that Alolan Ninetales, and there was not much Fishy Legs could do at that point. Unfortunately for Fishy Legs, not able to take away the regional championship title, but still going home with a world's invite alongside the Brisbane regional champion, Valiant Vish, and we definitely look forward to both of them competing in Yokohama, and of course looking forward to the next couple of Australian regionals as well. Thanks, Osa.
We had our insider PvP Steve giving us the rundown with those wonderful pictures, as it was Valiant Vish and Fishy Legs who will be punching their ticket and joining the teams, the rest of the regions now, as Oceanic finally has representation here in the world competitors for Yokohama. As you see, Dancing Rob, the world champion, will be waiting for either one of these battlers in the finals there. As we've added Magic Mason and Brown Baller from NA after their wonderful run in Toronto, and we had Emmy Weedle and Pokey Squark introduced into the EU after their wonderful run in Stuttgart this time. What an amazing fun weekend. These battlers are lining up and we are getting set and excited for a wonderful World Finals in 2023. GBL Season of Mythical Wishes has kicked off. The first week is almost done. It'll be wrapping up this Thursday, and that'll be Great League and Great League remits of Mythical Wishes. For most of us who missed Great League, oh my god, it's so good to have you back. Thank you, Great League. Don't ever leave us. Next week, on starting December 8th to December 15th, you'll have Great League and Fighting Cup Great League Edition. And what that is, as you see below, Fighting Cup will be Pokemon must be at 1500, and Psychic Pokemon are not eligible. That's it. The following Pokemon will not be allowed as well: Hakamo, Como, Buzzwole, and Sneasler. Last time there was a Fighting Cup, there were dragons everywhere. This time they took them out because that Dragon Tail was so oppressive. They had to take it out. Buzzwole, same thing. Great Pokemon. Super strong though. And this will open up other Pokemon to be more valuable in this meta because you don't have that Dragon Tail bite. But we'll see how the meta plays out as next week we'll be having the Fighting Cup. Good luck to you as you are making your runs. Battle Nights is coming this week, and we are so excited to have it here. We have EU finalists versus NA finalists. That's right. These battlers that you have seen win in Pokemon Battle Regionals have now joined us here at Battle Nights and are doing our band draft format. We are so happy and thrilled to have them out here representing the regions, and we are just trying to get the hype going before Yokohama. EU versus NA. We have Basics, Vani, Colin 6, Coxiac, and Tomahawk UK versus House Stark and Hoff, Hot Pocket, Buckeye Fitzy, Bird Power, and Sub Ilkum. This has been a wonderful, wonderful thing to put together, and I'm so excited that this week on Thursday, 7 p.m. PST at Poke Battle Network 1 on Twitch, we will be giving you these wonderful battles. So tune in and get to know your regional representatives before Yokohama, Japan. Community Weekend is coming next weekend, so just giving you a heads up to prepare yourself, get your battery chargers all charged up, your water packs filled, your backpack and adventure pack ready to go, as you will be going out for 2 full days of Community Day Pokemon. That does it here this PokeNews this week. We have had 3 major tournaments, EU bringing up in Stuttgart, NA out in Toronto, and welcoming in the Oceanic division all the way in Brisbane. Thank you again to PvP Steve for his wonderful inside footage to provide us battlers what went down during the Oceanic tournament. Thank you to Ghost Stadium and RK9 for keeping up with the stats and giving us all up-to-date graphics on the tournaments as well. And thank you again to the production crew of Pokemon and of Neuralcar for a wonderful weekend of tournament live streams. Prepare yourself, because Battle Nights is coming, and we will have EU and NA finalists. So get to know your regions this Thursday. Come out, say hi, cheer them on, enjoy a fun Battle Night, and learn your region representatives and root for your region as they're having some fun this week. Thank you all for watching PokeNews. I am Sosa Flo, and like always, enjoy your battles.